Hey YouTubers, good morning, it's Rob. Guys, today we're going to have a video about the 19 of the easiest type of videos you can make. I've been making videos for about 13 years. Got over 800 videos. Make a couple a week. I'm addicted, can't help myself. I can't tell you how to make $1 million on YouTube or how to become famous or how have all your videos become viral. I mean, I've got a few videos that are 1 million views or more, but I don't have the answer to that. But I do have an answer if you want to make easy videos that are easy to make. I'm going to go over 19 of the top ones I can think of. And a lot of them I've made myself. You don't need any skill for the majority of these. All you have to do is know how to turn a camera on and point it and frame it, and that's it for most of these. You're going to be surprised, I think. So let's get started. The first easy one that other people have made money off of is public domain videos. They've taken videos that are in the public domain and just repurpose them and use them for their own videos. You see videos on YouTube where they show the oldest video of New York or film of New York. It's in public domain. It's one of the first videos ever made, probably by Edison or something. And there's millions of people live in New York, so you've got a natural audience, and you've got something that didn't cost you anything to make, and you just download the video. It's public domain. I know of a guy back in the 80s and 90s. He took public domain video from NASA, space agency, and he made a small fortune with a documentary film, and he just used public domain video for the majority of it. I used a public domain NASA video in one of my comedy videos, and it got tagged because someone in the Middle East said that they owned the music to the NASA video made back in the 70s or the 60s. So I didn't fight it, but you may get a public domain video if they're using music. Maybe you don't have the right to that music. I don't know. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. You can still use public domain video. You may not be able to always monetize it, but most likely you can. The second type of video is where you just use the photos. You use the earliest photos. I see videos all the time. People have YouTube videos where this is the first photos ever made, or they're taking historical photos, or doing all sorts of things that are in the public domain. So right off the bat, you don't even need to do much with your camera for those two. And you have visible signs of success, people getting a lot of views on those videos. The next one is trail cam videos. Trail cam is a camera you set up, it's waterproof, you attach it to a tree or something, and as something comes by, the motion triggers it, and now it starts filming. So you have people walking through the desert on the border of Mexico, then you have animal film in the wild where people are not there and the camera's filming what's going on. I've seen some very popular videos of things that were captured by trail cameras, and there again, the trick is in setting up the camera in the right place and focusing in the right area. Another one that's very common, very popular, is a performance. This is a video that has a beginning, a middle, and end. You set up the camera and you turn it on, and whatever's happening, you're recording it, and when it's done, you're done. That could be anything from a bum fight, somebody at a gas station, they're out there and you start the interaction, now they're fighting and now something else happens, and people love to see fights. Or you could have someone singing a guitar. They start the song, they go all the way to the end. You shut off the camera. That's a performance. It's a beginning, middle, end. You don't have to do very much. It's the performance that's going on. So those type of videos are easy to do. You don't have to do any editing. It's a no-brainer, and it covers a wide variety of subjects. Maybe it's not just singing or physical. You could have someone painting a picture. Now sometimes there's editing in that, but I know a woman who has a very popular painting arts and crafts channel where she would use a camera. It was a Samsung HMX F90. It is able to capture video files and save them on the same folder, So when you were done, you didn't have a bunch of files you had to edit. It was all in one folder. You could download it to YouTube. You were basically, you didn't have to do any editing. And she said that was, she was able to produce so much work because she would focus on her painting and she'd start, and you were able to pause it for up to 5 minutes before it made a new folder. And it couldn't be longer than 20 minutes total, or it would start a new folder. But if you kept within 5 minutes between pauses, and total of 20 minutes for the video, it was all in one folder. So when you're done, you just click, send it to YouTube, and you're done. So that's how to do a start to finish performance, and they're easy to do. Another type is one that half the planet wishes they could do and are trying to do. It's basically what I'm doing now, talking head video. People wish they could be famous and just go on in front of the camera and just talk and make money or have people watch because they're talking, they're that important. But the thing of it is, with talking head, usually you have to provide value to the person, and that's either information or entertainment or a nightlight. Or if you're famous for being famous, then you just pick your nose and people will watch. But talking head is one of the easiest ones to do. You're not having to cut out a lot and edit and plan and so on. And unfortunately, I think too many people are doing that. There's too much, but they're easy to do. The focus of this video is things are easy. I'm not value judging or saying what you're going to make a lot of money with or what you're not going to make. I'm saying what are the easiest ones. Talking head are one of the easiest things you can do. There's different forms or types of talking heads too. You also have like interviews. That's another. Interviewing is an art form itself, but now with Zoom and Skype and so on, it's easy just to copy and save that video that was happening while you were doing your Skype or your Zoom talking to other people. And if it's an interesting subject, people are going to watch. And there's very little work involved. It's a very easy type. In fact, it's one of the few I'm talking about I haven't done yet, is an interview video. Another one that's popular is ranting. There's people who go on and make rants about things. And I can remember watching Saturday Night Live back in the 70s. And they had one performer that was famous for going on rants, and it was a lot of humor involved. People always seem to think those things are funny. There's a guy right now, I think he's a dick. I don't really like him. I thought I did at first, but he's in Ireland, and he's a smart guy. Him and his girlfriend. He goes on a rant every video. You can't see his girlfriend. She's the foil. She's off camera, and she's the straight man. And he's being asked questions, and he goes into a rant every single video. The cool thing about his videos is, the smart thing is, his studio is his car. You know, it's very easy to set up, and he does the same shtick every single video. He goes on. There was the early part of YouTube. There was the grandpa video where the grandpa, they would take him someplace and he'd get mad, and it was a shtick. But he would just go on a rant, and people loved it. I mean, some people did. They got a lot of views. They're easy to make. If you want to have people watch, you're going to get more people watching if you rant about something than if you just talk about things. Number 9 would be ASMR. ASMR is where the person on the video talks really low, in a low voice like this, and for some reason that captivates certain people on YouTube, but they're very easy to make. I made one. I'll leave a link to my ASMR video. It's in my comedy playlist. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. Check out my ASMR comedy video. I think you'll like it. Number 10, I don't see these anymore, but they're easy to make. They're the lip sync videos. When YouTube first started, there were some people that got millions of views of sticking their face in the camera and lip syncing to popular songs, and they were hard not to watch. Some of them were very good because of what they do. They would get right into the lens of the camera, and it's hard. Like, you're not used to seeing someone's face that close to you, and they would lip sync, and it was kind of captivating, fun to watch. I don't see they weren't able to monetize them, and it would get deleted by YouTube because of copyright. But easy to make. I think you can still do lip sync. I'm not sure. Another one that's still being done today is open box, where you purchase something and you open the box. There's some value to it. Like I have actually watched an open box on purpose because I was trying to find the cord that charged my camera, and I had like 19 different cords for charging cameras, and I didn't know which one worked with my camera, so I watched the video of them opening the box to see what the cord looked like. So it actually served a purpose. I also made an open box video on my comedy channel. It was me opening a box that had boxes inside. I ordered some boxes from somewhere, so this would be a good open box video. I opened up the box and had boxes inside the box that I was opening on my open box video. I thought that was worth doing. So yeah, you can still do open box videos. They're very easy. Number 12 is gamer. I don't think people are going to unsubscribe. I don't think I've ever played any. I've done some airplane simulators where I pretended I was flying an airplane, which was, I got sweat. Thought I was going to crash. But I've never really played any games, and it's like a billion-dollar industry. But like, I may be the last person on the planet that hasn't played any video games. But the gamers, there's millions of them out there that just record what they're doing on their video screen during the game. And for some people, I think the highest paid and most watched person on YouTube is PewDiePie. I think he's a gamer. I think he is a gamer. I mean, I like PewDiePie. The few times I've seen him for like 30 minutes. Yeah, they're easy to do. You just do a screen capture. There's like one of the easiest ones to do. Next one is reviews. They're not only easy to do, but they're financially remunerative. You can make some money off of them. And they're easy to do because if you purchase something and you're familiar with it, you should be able to do a review on it. Of course, if you want to do a good review, you need to do a lot of work. It's not just off the top of your head. That's what a lot of them are. But when I do my reviews, I try to go on Amazon and look at every review that was left for the item, and go other reviews on other places and do a really good job. So it's a lot of work if you do a good review video. But if you're just wanting to make a simple video and get on YouTube, you can be guaranteed of getting some views with a review video. And we live in a consumer society. People want to know about this cup, this shirt, these lights. They do. Unfortunately, more than other things. So yeah, you can make review videos, and they're easy. I shouldn't be telling you this. I should be making more review videos. I'm going to be making more review videos. I need to take my own advice. Number 14 is the most dangerous one. Is like doing current events and news. You know, like the thing of it is, if you have an opinion on things, on current events and topical events, that's social, political, you can get in trouble and you can get demonetized, and you can also get your channel taken off if you're on the wrong side of the fence. So you just want to be careful if you go that route. Fortunately, we live in America. That never happens here. I gotta stop doing that. Another one that's actually, it's not that easy. I was going to say it's easy to do, but it would take some work. It's like biographies, but you're just finding out factual information about a person. It's not that difficult, and you're just assembling photographs and maybe video clips and so on, and usually they're quite popular. And I think it's not as easy as the other ones I've mentioned, though, but it would be a way to get views where some of the other ones you might not have anybody watch. Crickets. Another one that's easy to do, and it's always popular, is a list. This is a list video. It's also a talking head video. It's a review video. It's a lot of things, but basically a list video is the top 10, the top 3, or whatever. It could be anything imaginable. The top 3 onions to grow on your roof. You know, it's like also putting dollar signs for specific amounts or specific periods of time in the title and have the video about that. Those are ones that are easy to do because you've narrowly defined the topic and it's easy to focus on, and you provide value to the people who want that subject, and it's easy for them to understand what the video is about. So those are easy to do too, and usually get a good return on your time. Next one is health. I've seen more than a few videos that were done by people who had health problems, and they made videos about what happened and how they solved that problem, and they're very popular videos. If you have a health problem, you can, if you've found ways to cure yourself or get better, or even just to cope with it, that's going to find an audience. And because you're speaking from your heart and your head, you know exactly what happened to you and so on, you can provide a lot of value to people that are going through the same thing. Another video I don't watch hardly at all, and I don't quite understand how they're able to be monetized. Maybe they're not monetized. They're reaction videos, but they're becoming very popular. I see them all the time. I don't watch them usually. I don't think I've ever watched more than 1 or 2 for just a few moments just to see what they were doing. But they're taking a popular song or a movie or a television show like Rick and Morty, the animated cartoon. They're sitting in front of their computer screen watching it and commenting on it. How easy is that? You're a living organism responding to stimuli, and you're recording yourself. And well, you're giving your thoughts about, you know, how great or how bad you think something is. But I mean, does it get any easier? I mean, I don't know how. There's got to be some loophole. They're able to monetize that, but people are doing it. And now you may not get any views, you may not get any money, but I don't know how it gets any easier. It's sort of like you're grabbing onto the coattails of something popular and trying to gain views from it that way, which, let's be honest, I'm not a hypocrite. If I could figure out how to do it and make a lot of money and not get in trouble with it, it wasn't breaking rules, you'd see Robb's homemade life change to Robb's reaction video. You know, you do what works. That's not true. I've not done what works for years. I just do what I enjoy, and I get a few views now and then. Another one is easy to do that I hardly see anybody do are job videos. You spend a lot of time at home, which really not many people care about, and you spend a lot of time at work. But some places of work could be something very popular where you would have people interested. Like, let's say you work in a retail store. You have a lot of returns. You could take those returns with permission of your employers and just do reviews of the items. That way you don't have to purchase anything, and you know, you give it back to them when you're done. But let's say you work at a gun store. Every single gun in that shop, you could do a review on it. You don't think you could make some money and a lot of views off something like that? Let's say you work at Walmart and you just start doing some video clips of all the interesting customers that come by there at 1 o'clock in the morning. You could, in fact, there's a website just of photographs of people that are sighted at Walmart. It's got millions of views. You could do all sorts of things at work with the permission of your employers that I think would be easy to do. In fact, some of them you might be able to progress and use your video skills to help your company to do different things. If you got good enough where you could just start making videos for your company. So you have a way to make some money at something that you enjoy doing. So I hope this is something that's been helpful. Oh, before I go, if you notice, almost all of these videos I've talked about are done inside. even when they're outside, you're done inside a car. That's because those are the easiest ones to do. When you leave your house, it becomes very difficult. You have nature, you have people, you have all sorts of unexpected things, the sun, the rain, everything. It's a lot more difficult to do, and permission. So people photobomb you. So it's a lot easier if you're going to do videos, just to do them at home and in the smallest space way. I remember there was a guy, he had a scanner. He took scans of little tiny insects and seeds and stuff and made high resolution photos and then clipped them together like in a film, a video, like a slideshow, but it was cut to music. Like he had disco music and stuff, and like house for electronic music, and it was like little beetles or wings of a dragonfly, and like, but it was like he was able to make really interesting videos from the tiniest subjects you could think of with background music and so, and he made something really artistic and fascinating, really. So the whole world is out there. You know, you should start making videos. I should stop encouraging people, because that's less people to watch my videos. But I can't help myself. I love YouTube, and I love making videos. I love watching videos. I love being informed and educated and entertained by other YouTube content creators, movie makers, and video nuts. I hope this is something that's been helpful to you guys. I put on new videos every week because I cannot help myself. I've got over 800 videos, been doing it for 13 years. If you look on my channel, I've got a bunch of people I feature, no relation to me. They would deny it anyway. And on all sorts of subjects. That's why I don't have a lot of viewers, because you never know what's going to come next. Could be how to grow tomatoes, or thorium reactors, or how to fix a bicycle. I don't know. I'm trying to enjoy myself and do easy videos. I hope this was something that helpful when you start making some easy videos too. And let me know if this helped you, and send me a link to some of your videos. I'm happy to watch. Alright, see you out there.